Why? I just sat down getting ready to make this YouTube video.
What?
You come here.
Come here.
No, you come here.
YouTube shit and stitched and got to you.
Now you know I'm in this freaking faja and I can't get up. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Please excuse how I look in this video, but I just woke up from a little nap. So my voice is a little raspy and my bags is a little on the heavy side, but I didn't want the day to go by without making a vlog. So today's topic, why I stopped working at the strip club. Especially like on YouTube, everyone glamorizes, or the majority of the YouTube platform, I feel like, and I guess like the strip club is definitely one on YouTube that everyone tends to like, oh my god, I need so much money. I only work 3-hour shifts and I like, then they count all the money and like everyone has all of this money. So I just feel like it's very glamorized on YouTube. Kind of the same way like growing up, I thought being a flight attendant was very glamorizing, and then I became a flight attendant. And it's nowhere near what people think it is. People tend to say like, oh, it takes a certain kind of individual to work here, which it does. Don't get me wrong, it does. My strip club background, I was working in South Florida in a strip club, and I honestly only worked there 2 Saturdays and Sundays on the weekends. So I would be off the whole week and then only work on the weekends. But I extremely hated that I worked at a smoking venue. So people were constantly like, oh, like I would work day shift. So it was like the middle of the freaking day and people are smoking in your face. Like, I don't like smoke. Cigarettes are disgusting. If you smoke, cute for you, cute for your system. I mean, cute for your health. But personally, over here, I just feel like it's gross. Any type of smoking is disgusting. So yeah, I was just over that. People just always smoking in my face. So like, it was definitely affecting my health a lot. Throughout the week, I spent a lot of time just like blowing out mucus. It was just always, I was always so congested. It was affecting my health. When I started working there, I told myself, like, I had that mentality, you know, like, it's like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm not gonna make no friends, I'm gonna be on my hustle mode, I'm gonna save my money up, get my money, do what I need, and just like go there, make my money, and leave. When I started working at the strip club, I was in college, and if I would have like started like making friends in the strip club and like I don't know, like maybe I was being closed-minded and thinking like everyone that was working there didn't have the same similar goals that I had in mind, but I was going into it where I just need money. I'm gonna go in there, get my bag, and dip. Any friends that I'm gonna make them in college, don't make them in the strip club, because I don't know, I felt like, oh, I'm not gonna have anything in common with any of these people. So I didn't want to get caught up in like strip club drama, none of that. So I went in there with, not trying to make any friends. And like for someone as like stern as me, I'm not even gonna say that, because everyone says like I'm super nice and I tend to just like befriend everybody. So like all it took was for me to like start hanging out with like a few people from the strip club, and next thing I know, it's like it started just like affecting like who I was as a person. Everybody, like all the time, it's like, oh, let's turn up, let's do this. When you get off, like everybody wants to go out to eat and spend the money that we just made. And then I just like got sidetracked with my routine of like going to school, working out, and having like a healthy like my inner peace was starting to get affected. I started hanging out with like all the wrong people that didn't want to like progress in life, and that started to affect me. I just started hanging out with the wrong people, and then I cut everybody off to continue working there. And I was, doing my thing. I would wake up early, go work out before going to work at the strip club, and that was starting to like be healthier for me. But the thing is, like, you wake up early, you go work out, you get your mind all clear, full of just like optimism for your day, and then you go right back to that negative environment. And it's very taxing on your mental. There's some people that go in there and can make it out, and then there's some that don't. You end up like living day to day, trying to like do what you can for tip money, and it's just not a healthy environment. A lot of your coworkers are addicted to drugs. So when people are addicted to drugs, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get their fix, even if it means stealing from you when you're not looking. And you can't take it personal. It's just these people, like, you don't know what they're capable of. A lot of people different intentions. So even if you go in there, like, you try to make friends, like, people always have, majority of the people in the strip club will have a malice intent because they have ulterior motives. Long hours, definitely. You have to work really long hours on your feet. So I was always getting sciatic pain on my lower back. The guys like hitting on you, I think I could tolerate that. Like, I used to enjoy going to work for customers more than I did for like being around my coworkers, just because a lot of these people that these strip clubs hire is just like, bruh, how did you get a job here? And if certain places are not managed properly, then you're never going to be able to have anything of substance like working at a strip club. So it's really important that if you do work at a strip club, to work somewhere that has good management, because if not, it's just a freaking crap show. People just on drugs, people like go to work and get drunk, and by the end of your shift, everyone just becomes a different person than the beginning of the shift, and you're just sitting there like, you guys are all killing my brain cells, and this is not healthy for my mental. So it just started taking a toll on my mental and my physical, because it was just a lot of conflict up here. And when there's conflict up here, that translates into you just wanting to be an emotional eater, I guess. So I did gain a lot of weight working in the strip club. People that work at the strip club that go into it like, I'm just in here on some trying to get my bag, trying to dip. You're on some like independent stuff. But eventually, like with life, everyone always desires to have a partner. And in finding a partner, you want to build yourself to be this person that is deserving of a spouse. And me working at the strip club, I wasn't going to find that there. As much as like people like, oh, I'm gonna find, like, you always like say like, oh, I'm gonna find my husband in the club and stuff, and it's like, these men that are going to strip clubs are already married. Like, the quality of those men, like, it's just like, like, it's not happening. So you're definitely not gonna find, like, you could probably find someone to like sponsor you in the strip club, but when you're trying to build yourself up to have like a certain self-worth, and I just got into a phase where I was like, I'm trying to build who I am as a woman, and I wasn't gonna accomplish that working there. There was a lot deep down that I wanted to see myself strive for, and I could do that the whole week, but then the minute I would show up to work on Saturday, it was like all the steps that I had implemented throughout the week, it like pulled me right back into this place where I was just like, why are you here? What are you doing here? Like, this place is not doing anything for your growth. And you can't put a dollar amount on your growth as a woman. So eventually you do have to take the steps needed to find your worth and to live the life that you're entitled to. And look now, like online, like a lot of my old coworkers, like they're still in the same situation. They're still posting the same stuff. They're still always going to work, getting drunk, doing drugs, like no growth there at all. So it's like, it's not even like they're posting, you know, like, oh my gosh, like we're making all this money. It's like, you guys went to work and got effed up. Cool. You guys are really striving here. It's just, you eventually will get to the point where it's like when you're prioritizing you as a person, you don't put a dollar amount on that. It doesn't even matter if you're making 1,000 to 3,000 or plus a night. Eventually you want your inner peace, and you'll figure out, if you're a hustler, you figure out how to make your money however, by any means. Just a more healthier and safer route. Tell myself, like, you're the one who has to go to sleep with the decisions you've made on your conscience. You have to like formulate a good routine so that you're proud of just the things that you're doing and the life that you're living. And eventually that life does get tiring also, like the whole staying late nights and just like, it gets tiring. You start having newer interests. I know you'll see like the same thing with like strippers. Strippers either like stay working in the club for years, or they move on to like better things. They find love. They start a business. They venture out into different things. Like working at the strip club wasn't always the end goal. So just keep in mind, like, it does have its downfalls. It all just depends on what you're looking for. For me personally, I just like entered a journey of like trying to like self grow, and I wasn't gonna get that there. Working out, as much as I freaking hate going to the gym, it keeps me sane. I have to wake up and work out, and when I work out, like, I be ready to take over the freaking world. So like the fact that working at the strip club was interfering with me being able to get my grind down, it just always put me in a damper. And a damper. And me being in a damper is just like, I was just miserable, and started having a circle of very unhealthy individuals around me. And I just had enough. Enough was enough. I had to cut off all ties. I dipped, skipped, did all of that. And just got up out of that lifestyle. Like, sometimes, like, you do have to have a strong mindset to be able to just pack up and dip. I had been talking to Jay for like a long time while I was working in the strip club, and it was like long distance. And just one day I was like, why am I here? Like, if ultimately I want to be here building something with somebody, why am I here? Like, why am I here? I don't deserve to be here. I gotta, like, you have one life. I have to make it count. And I'm sitting here complaining, like, I hate my job. I hate my circumstances. I hate my environment. Everyone around me is just killing my brain cells. Okay, so make that change, sweetie. Make that change and stop complaining. And that's what I did. I cut off all ties. I dipped and I skipped and I got in my car and I rode off the cliff and I drove to my man's house and started a whole new life. But not saying that like I stopped working at the strip club for a man, because I'm definitely like about getting my money, but it was just an unhealthy environment that I no longer needed to be a part of. So if there is a healthier environment that I can be a part of where I could get my coins, I'm still all for that. So into an establishment like that, keep in mind that there are pros, there are cons. So don't get fooled by YouTube and how they glamorize working in a strip club, because it does take a toll on you mentally and possibly physically if you let it. So you have to be strong-willed, stay focused, and do it temporarily, because the longer the, like, I went in there saying I wasn't gonna do it long, and I feel like a lot of strippers too go into stripping saying I'm not gonna do this for a long time, but then you get just lost in the sauce, and next thing you know, your life has flashed by you and you haven't done any type of progression. So ultimately, if you want to progress and you want to grow, go in there with a plan, write it down, look at it every time. Like, I have a bunch of like notes in my little wallet case here that I keep, and when I'm losing track of like what my purpose is, I read those notes. So whenever you're at that work and you're in an unhealthy environment, read them notes and let them reiterate to you what you trying to do. You on a mission to accomplish, because time is ticking, life is ticking. These businesses ain't building themselves, and you got to go in there with a plan. But yeah, hopefully this kind of serves some of y'all a little bit of insight. Being that I just woke up from a nap, I tend to like ramble and not talk about one thing. Like, I'm sure I've like been all over the place, but I'm gonna make some dinner because I got a hungry man out there who's yelling at the TV because the playoffs are on. So I'm gonna go make some food. I'm gonna take a picture of my food, post it on Instagram so y'all see what I'm eating right now during the recovery process. So make sure you follow my Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And thank you guys so much for tuning in for Girl Chat. Okay, hopefully this helps somebody. All right, see y'all tomorrow. Love you.